When observing the character you are up against, think about their 50-50 mix-up. If you're fighting against Kazuya, you'll often notice this one. When you see a character like Brian, however, you don't have to think about the 50-50 since down back 3 does a knockdown. It's very hard to sidestep out of Brian's options. Against characters like this, you don't have to sidestep as much. When choosing to move against these characters, prioritize moving backwards and blocking comfortably while watching them. Kazuya's move list is mainly linear, which allows you to commit to sidewalking. If you sidewalk to the left against this mix-up, you can avoid it completely. It's very unlikely for someone to use every move a character has. Once you show a high-level opponent how you're moving, they're likely to change up their timing instead of their move choices. When hit by Kazuya's 1-2, I know he doesn't have a true mix-up in this situation. Once I see this, because I know of Kazuya's important moves, I know I'll get a big potential punish if I sidestep left. Due to the huge risk, Kazuya has to let the immediate timing go. This part of Tekken is very interesting because even though Kazuya is at +7, his opponent can still get out of the bad situation. When watching high-level players, you'll often see movement like this.
Now forward 2 punish. Ouch. Okay, brings in Red Heihachi. Now Skinny Bob. Oh boy, they both got it. Oh!
These movements are all about giving up that initial timing and following your opponent's movement. If your opponent doesn't know your timing, you can still enforce Kazuya's 50-50. Here are some of Lily's options. When I think of a character, I always count their tracking moves. When Lily sees the opponent sidestepping left with immediate timing, she'll do a homing move or something that tracks specifically to that side. After the opponent learns and readjusts, he'll start walking to the right. You can't simply use tracking moves all day. When I have the advantage, if I see opponents mixing up their sidestep directions, I won't always do tracking moves. If you're using moves that only track one direction, you're especially prone to confusion or mistake when the opponent mixes up their directions. High-level players must let that timing go so that they can mix up like this. There's no way to directly punish your opponent for moving, but moving along with them and ensuring your attacks track their movement will ensure you hold on to your advantageous position.